So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
This is Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that? Good size run.
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
Mahomes now on 1st down. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
A loss of 3 yards.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This one complete to Troy Fumagalli. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
1st down.
Now Mahomes, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Complete.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking themselves and expressing, let's keep going. We're doing pretty well.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, so get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. And his throw is incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. It's complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Kaepernick now on 1st down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 11. It's a big play there for the Saints. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead. He's got it, so they take just the one here, and that makes it an 8-7 game in the first.
7. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in the red zone.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
To Austin Hooper.
From 17 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Saints 7.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Well, he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
10 yards on the pickup.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
We'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Again, it's Kaepernick. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game.
14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Mostert. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
1st down and a little extra from Mostert. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
Good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8.
Saints 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now they try the right side here. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Kaepernick. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. Incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Landry now on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2.
1 yard.
As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now this time Mahomes will throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally. And you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's third down.
Brings up third down and 13.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Throw there going to be incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. There he goes, left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Touchdown.
Raheem Mostert. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not where they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking in the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
10 more there and another 1st down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On 1st down, Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire, and this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Colin Kaepernick, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. And this one's back to an 8-point game.
Makes the score Seahawks 29, Saints 21.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it a big-time jump? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
That one covers 29 yards. First down. Mostert. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuck the run.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
Complete to Raheem Mostert.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
And the Seahawks first down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take a shot at the end zone.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Mahomes going to throw. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be third down.
And it's third down.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Well, the D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play? Or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back now here live in New Orleans. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Kaepernick now to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead. Well, he's used to running at that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete it.
From across his body, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
right back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though. There's no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense. And
he's got daylight. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 71 yards. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Kaepernick to throw for it on 4. Left side, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now, Kaepernick again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
Kaepernick to throw again. Incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And now we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Set to kick off.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
A gain of 25 yards.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
At the 22-yard line. A gain of 2.
On second down, Mostert. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 13-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10. At the Saints' 13-yard line.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
They don't get in their partner, but I don't think that's a bad thing for them, right? Just bleed the clock now, right? Take your time running your plays. And, yeah, you want to get into the end zone.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Kaepernick to throw on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 38. Defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it did land. Nice play by them on defense.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. Now Mostert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Made by Brandon Williams. A gain of 12.
Mahomes to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. They're going option play on third down. And some room to maneuver. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 29 yards. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. If 0-3 would have been bad, you get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Second and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jaydanosdaddy with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory. Yeah,
this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Taken down right at
no gain on the play there. Second down.
On the play.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert.
At the 33-yard line.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 12-yard line. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.